so happy we alive.
Good evening and welcome to Louisville Late Night. This evening we're privileged to have with us the Reverend Louis Coleman, who has just been named one of the power people in Louisville, Kentucky.
Won't complain. They don't have any voting power, so we're going to do as we please. And so the latest company they've tried to put up in the West End has been a company that turns chicken necks and chicken feet into some kind of
Collagen.
Alternative fuel, you know.
Oh, really?
And alternative fuel is good. We commend that, but not the West End. The West End has has enough of polluting industries. Take it somewhere else. And the company probably doesn't pollute any more than the MSD's pellet factory. But it's just the idea that you can put another plant on top of a people who've been submerged by pollution for 3 or 4 decades. Now, those plants were there since the World War II in the 40s. And the people came after the plants. So, you know, and because we would challenge them if the plants were built after the people were already there. But the plants were there first. But it's the same thing. It ought to be a healthy situation, and it's an unhealthy situation.
Another social issue you've been involved with, I believe, has to do with the equality of hiring of minorities, like with the Caesars and I think other places.
Yeah, all over the state. City of Louisville, you know, the mayor will, hey, we got a Marriott that we're going to put up. No thought of women being hired on the job. No thought of African Americans, no thought of minorities on the job. And we no longer can depend upon good faith of contractors in this city. There has to be
some kind of check.
Some type of checks and balances, you know, a safety net. And there's no safety net. We've had to do it. It's been the community speaking up to the powers to be instead of the powers to be speaking down to those who are going to build projects in this community. And you go to Atlanta, Georgia. You go to right down the road, Nashville, Tennessee. You go to any major city in this country, and it's the people who run the city, or the people who run the county, or the people who run the state that tell contractors, if you don't do it, and if you don't do the project so that it merits the community, then you won't be back anymore. It's just that simple. And it's nothing. The Chamber of Commerce of Greater Louisville Inc. was built with no African American subcontractors. The company that is the History Museum in Frankfurt had no African American, like a history museum. You know, state government, no African American contract.
That's pathetic.
At best, state government does less than 1%. Minority procurement. The whole state government cabinet does less than 1%.
Whoa!
And it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. This is the protest that we have Thursday speaks of that, and those are the statistics right there. That's why we're going to be in the governor's office.
Wow!
And people say, "Well, Reverend, why you keep going up there?" Because because it's not improving. And so that's the reason.
I think there's a tendency for people who don't want to be aware of uncomfortable realities to caricaturize or to project you as a troublemaker or a somebody that's calling attention to themselves. How do you deal with that? Or you just
you dismiss it and keep on going. You can't. I respect constructive criticism, because constructive criticism improves you. It improves you as a person. But negative criticism that is not without merit is one that it just gives us fuel to work harder. We have some television stations that we wouldn't touch with a long foot pole because they try to create a different person than what you are. And we filed federal communication complaints against two of your major television stations right now. If you look at the billboards that they have in the city, there's never an African American, there's never a minority on the billboard. The major television station.
I can't think of any.
It's a major television station, and when people like Dick Gregory come in to speak for us, and Martin Luther King, the third, come in to speak for us, the first thing they'll say, if they see some media people, they'll ask me. They say, "You all don't work with Fox, do you?" I said, interesting. Why you say that? It's bad reputation. They believe it's George Bush's station. And I'm just saying that because when President Bush was announced as the President of the United States, it came from Fox. And all the other networks were surprised. So wait a minute, what's going on here? So, but so there are two stations that we don't even deal with, and there are some editors with the major newspaper that we know could care less about justice, equality, and we've gone to the Courier Journal, met with the editors about some of the issues that are ongoing there. I guess probably my best relationship with the Courier Journal is working with David Hopp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, David. A lot of people don't like David, but I found David to be a justice-minded, fair-minded person. And that's all we want, a person to be fair, call the shots as they are. And I find also that Ben Post, very fair-minded individual. But you got to realize these people are holdovers from the old Courier Journal.
Oh, yeah.
And the rest of it appears to be a Gannett corporate structure. And we are strongly against the way Gannett handles situation. I guess maybe Barry Bingham must have spoiled us.
Really? You don't know how good you had it.
Yeah, we didn't know how good we had it until Barry Bingham sold the paper out to Gannett. But it's and programs like yours I've never seen before, but you've made me a believer now when you start telling me some of the awards that you've won. And, but yet and still, you don't ever see it written in the newspaper, do you? You know, the success that you've had as a show host. And that's the reason why we wanted to write a daily newspaper, to give out the accomplishments of stations like yours, of programs like yours, that you won't even read in the main stream media, because the media controls the mindset. We believe that the men, they control their mindset. And if you keep listening to a whole lot of garbage enough, people begin to think that way. And that's the way it's happened. You keep reading enough garbage, people begin to think that way.
Yeah, Hitler was right, or Goebbels, was it?
Right.
Tell a lie enough, people just
That's
believe
right. What they call it, what Carter Woodson said, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And that mind can be controlled. And I have just seen people's mind being controlled in this community by what they see on television, negative television station, and negative writings in the major written medias. But we work with medias all over the state of Kentucky.
Great.
And
Louis, let me ask you this. I'm afraid we're going to run out of time, and your office here is it almost is like the Black Museum of Louisville. And I'm wondering if you would take a minute and walk through the office and maybe talk about different...
all these people are my heroes. These are my heroes.
And you're a hero yourself.
Oh, no, I wish. But, I mean, these are people that...
Tell me who we're looking at.
We're looking at Isaac Murphy. The first Kentucky Derbies were won by African-American jockeys.
Is that so?
Yeah, Isaac Murphy, and you...
Will you point to him for me?
Right here.
Okay, that's Isaac Murphy.
Yeah, and you won't see these people. I mean, and since he came, he rode about 4 consecutive Kentucky Derby wins. That's Jackie Robinson right there, my idol, with my other buddy Pee Wee Reese.
Now, where's Pee Wee?
There's Pee Wee right there. I would always call him Mr. Reese, and when I got in the ministry, I